National Weather Service, we're now tracking two different regions of a particularly strong storm. Now, not severe, but it is capable of producing 40-mile-per-hour winds and also pea-sized hail. So that's the bad news. The good news is it's booking it. It's currently making its way to the east at 25 to 30 miles per hour. So once this initial line of storms is gone, we are going to be set up for a much smoother afternoon. In fact, we're talking just light to moderate rain showers. Some places might even get some sunshine. So let's take you through what we're dealing with right now, because we still do have some pretty hefty showers and storms continuing. This special weather statement issued for our far northern counties. This is going to be in place until 12:15, and that's because 40-mile-per-hour winds and pea-sized hail. So a closer look is going to show you Midway really getting hammered with frequent lightning strikes. This is going to be advancing towards Lovelady here very soon. Continuing Riverside and Trinity, dealing with some light rain showers. These not quite as hefty, so you're actually kind of lucking out on this one. Down to the south, you've got Onalaska, Lake Livingston right here, Cold Spring. These thunderstorms making their way to the east. I'm going to be in Livingston here very soon. If you're out in Livingston, I bet you can hear the thunder out there. The dark clouds rolling in, probably starting to get a little bit spooky outside. Reasonably so. Continuing down to the south, now we're looking at the East Tex Freeway here. These thunderstorms advancing towards Cleveland, but I want to point out they have been weakening. We've been watching a weakening trend for this portion of this cell. This was the cell that previously was producing small hail, up to 400 lightning strikes. Well, now it's just really a broken line of showers out there. So we like to see disorganization, and that's exactly what's heading towards the East Tex Freeway. So even though it's not as strong, it's still going to be packing a little bit of a punch. If anyone's out there driving, it is going to be a little bit ferocious. 105 in Cleveland there. Continuing down towards Splendora, Roman Forest. Right now, the heaviest of the storms have actually passed by the Kingwood area, Kingwood and Atascocita. These are going to continue to push their way out towards Kennefic, Dayton, Hardin, and Liberty here very soon. Now, one thing to note, we've already seen storms in Liberty County, so this is going to be adding on top of the rainfall totals we've already seen. We are going to be monitoring for the possibility of street flooding. We were actually talking with a hydrologist at the National Weather Service, and they were saying even though these storms are capable of producing 4 inches of rainfall an hour, because they're moving so fast, we actually haven't seen any reports of that, which is certainly excellent news. Continuing down Atascocita, down towards Highway 90, look at all of that deep red just to the north of Channelview. This is probably the most intense portion of thunderstorms we're actively watching. That's going to be advancing its way towards Mont Belvieu here very soon, impacting areas just to the north of the bay. Speaking of the bay, Baytown currently getting some of the heaviest of the thunderstorms. You'll notice Channelview and Deer Park now on that tail edge of this storm, which means things are starting to get a lot better. Our previous update at 11 o'clock, Channelview and Deer Park were coming up next. So a good indication that once these storms reach your area, it's going to be about 30 minutes of intense storms, and then things will really start to lighten up. Channelview and Deer Park, about another 3 minutes until you're going to have much better conditions. Continuing down to the south, Baytown to LaPorte, Seabrook, Clear Lake, seeing that heavy, intense red color. These are the thunderstorms continuing to dive down towards Texas City. But once you get towards the coast, we're actually not even seeing lightning. So that is certainly good news there. Down on the west end of Galveston Island, also seeing some showers. So that's a big picture of the initial line of storms. That's going to be the most intense part. Behind that line of storms, we're still tracking light to moderate rain showers, Navasota down towards Conroe, impacting areas near Tomball, Magnolia, Stagecoach. That's just going to be a moderate shower. That's going to be continuing over the next hour or so. Eventually, you will be seeing clearing, but for now, you're left in the land of drizzle. Continuing down towards Fort Bend County, Sugar Land to Rosenberg, Needville, just that constant light rainfall. Hey, it's better than what they have in West Columbia down in Brazoria County, dealing with a thunderstorm that's going to be advancing towards Holiday Lakes and Angleton. You know, the far south side of town, they really didn't see as much activity as we saw here in the metro. So this is what's coming your way. Right now, these showers not producing a tremendous amount of lightning, but given the intensity of the storms further inland, I would not be surprised if we start to see these flare up just a tad, produce a bit more lightning. But for now, they're just some showers that we can handle. Continuing down towards Palacios, El Campo, that's Matagorda Bay, seeing a steady rainfall push on shore. And you can see if we actually look out into the Gulf, more showers continuing out there. So it is possible that our coastal areas can see rain lasting just a tad bit longer than the rest of us. Now, once the showers move out, roads are still going to be wet. You can see over the Southwest Freeway, we've got soggy road conditions. Future Track is going to be showing these storms starting to move their way out. Now, we've been talking a lot about how once the storms move out, we're still left with lingering showers. In fact, we've been checking in with Ricky in our Storm Tracker 2 vehicle. Ricky, if you can hear me right now, what have you been seeing? What was it like in the worst of it? And are you still seeing the slick roads?
Caroline, I think you just said it. Now we have those lingering showers that we're going through right now. Now, earlier when we were talking, we did get some nasty weather towards the Sugar Land area, Fort Bend County. Now we're headed 59 north and we're near 288. And obviously it's still kind of like sprinkling right now, but the roads are a little bit slippery. Let me show you. We actually just see some traffic starting to slow down here as we head north. Now, rain has been steady all morning, like you've been saying. Not as intense now as it was earlier, but still enough to make driving tough. Again, already causing traffic. The road surface is shiny and wet, and you can already feel the difference when you're starting to drive in it. So it's one of those mornings where if you make that wrong turn, it could lead to a fender bender. So be careful out there. If you have not left your house yet, give yourself some extra time. And honestly, if you don't have any reason to be out, it might be a good idea to stay in until all of this system goes through. But Caroline, you're pretty much saying it. Like right now, it's lingering. It's slowed down a little bit. But we can see from where we're at is that the other side of downtown, those clouds are dark towards the north side. I'm guessing it's around the Kingwood area, and that's where we're actually headed right now. But we'll keep you updated, Caroline, and keep everybody that's watching updated on air and online. Caroline, back to you.
Awesome, Ricky. Thank you. And hey, that portion of road you're currently sitting on is an area that does typically flood. So the fact that we're seeing it do just fine is a really good indication. Now, we are not in the clear. Take a look. Once the showers move out, we're expecting to be dry through about 10 p.m. this evening. Once we get into tomorrow morning, we're going to see another line of storms push in. That's going to be coming in from the west, diving its way to the southeast. So by 7 a.m., impacting areas like Madisonville down through Huntsville, Brenham, Burton, out towards Columbus, LaGrange, Dime Box, continuing into the Houston area from 10 a.m. through noon. That leading edge is always the most dangerous part. Tomorrow, capable of producing small hail, damaging wind, frequent lightning strikes, and heavy downpours. Now, this is going to be approaching the coast likely by 2 o'clock, lingering showers behind it. That means tomorrow, once again, you need to have extra time on the roads, pack your own lunch. You don't want to be out driving in this as it passes through the Houston area. Father's Day weekend going to continue to see rain chances with us, a 40 to 50% chance of showers. If you don't see a shower, you're going to be left with humid conditions in the mid-90s. So a lot to think about with those storms moving through every single day. Our extended forecast is going to be showing with it heavy downpours really now through Thursday. That's going to be your highest chance, slightly lowering our chances through the weekend, but at least a 40% chance through Monday. And then as we approach Juneteenth, starting to feel a bit more like June. We're going to leave you with a final look at our radar. You can see we've got 2 special weather statements issued by the National Weather Service. Damaging wind, not a major threat right now, but we could see winds up to 40 miles per hour. Pea-sized hail. We're going to keep you updated. We'll hop on here if anything goes severe. If not, we will see you for our news.